I have for you, I guess what I would call a MAGA meltdown, but it's a MAGA pastor, okay? This is Shane Vaughn, giving a speech or a sermon or a remark, whatever you want to call it, about Trump and why his followers, his viewers, should support Trump within the context of their religion. And what we're seeing here, listen, this is not anti-Christianity, anti-religion at all. This is, look at the way he's bending his religion to support his cult. It's very, very concerning.
You are the 12 disciples that God has called to stand behind Donald Trump. And if Satan can get you tired, Donald Trump loses. Because he cannot do this without you, and they know that. So that's why every day, drama. And then here's what cowards say. I'm tired of all the drama. It's not drama. It's spiritual warfare. Learn the difference. Carnal-minded people think it's drama when the enemy is attacking and you are defending your territory like Donald Trump is. That's not drama. That is spiritual warfare for the nation of America. It's not pretty. It's not fun. It's not clean. But somebody's got to do it. Call me somebody. Somebody's got to do it. Roar 24. I have made up my mind. I'm more determined now than I've ever been to stand behind this president. I'm more determined now to stand behind the anointing. I don't agree with everything the man does, but I do agree with everything that God does. And if God's okay with the man, I'm ready to join hands with every one of you.
I need some proof that God's okay with Trump, sir.
And sing like the old black churches used to sing, I'm not tired yet.
So let's just set aside that end part and try to understand. I'm laughing, and it's kind of that you laugh so you don't cry situation, because a lot of people are bought into this. And I know this anecdotally. And we understand this in the amount of people who are hardcore behind Trump and how that intermingles with or intertwines with their faith. And so often when I talk to people about this, it doesn't to me seem like, and again, it's your belief system, of course, that's completely up to you, but it doesn't seem like you're actually trying to drive your political beliefs with something like this. With your faith, it seems like you really want to love Trump. And so then you're kind of figuring out how to say, well, whatever's going on, I know for sure that God loves Trump, so I have to love Trump. But don't exactly explain why God has chosen Trump as the anointed one, as he said there. And when I watch that, I just feel like I'm watching a documentary about a cult, about the Trump cult, 50 years from now. How wild was that Trump cult? It really is a historical event. At one point he said, you are the 12 disciples that God has called to stand behind Donald Trump. Yikes. And so what is so concerning about this is in politics, it can get pretty heated and you can disagree a lot. But at the end of the day, if you're able to sit down at a table, lay the facts on the table, and then disagree about solutions, disagree about minor things. Oh, I thought this was the study that best represents the data. And I thought that is all perfectly within a reasonable political system. And still, with people agreeing on basic facts, you'll still fall very differently on different political views, 100%. What we've gotten to now is individuals like this Shane Vaughn make it to where the ideology is such a circle and it is such an impossible situation to get pulled out of that we can't sit down and talk about facts. I can't even sit down and try to explain to you why I think Trump might be against the Bible, because you can trump that all, no pun intended, by saying doesn't matter. I know for sure that God has anointed Trump. And so it really makes it deeply impossible to get somebody out of that cult. And that is what is so concerning about this. And it's why we have to continue to talk about it and raise awareness, and hopefully, by some miracle, pull some people out of it. But I can tell you one thing, it's not going to be Sir Pastor Shane Vaughn. Thank you all for watching today's show. If you enjoyed me hosting, go over to Luke Beasley on YouTube, check out my show, The Luke Beasley Show, and make sure you're subscribed there, and to The David Pakman Show here on YouTube. We will see you soon.